there, welcome to Libby's Movie Hunt. I'm your host, Libby Hunt, along with my co-host and producer, Kevin E.
Hey, Libby, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm great.
Well, it's a big, fun, long weekend. You have any plans?
I'm sure it will involve the pool, probably some grilling as well, but
Yes.
nothing, not really, nothing big going on.
Us either. My husband and son are going to go to our ranch, and I'm going to stay here because I might have a college kid or two come home, but it's just kind of nice to just relax.
It's one of those good kickback ones. I mean, as far back as I remember, whenever it was Labor Day, we never had anything big planned, you know?
I know.
It was always Memorial Day and 4th of July and that kind of stuff.
I know, that's more fun. So have a good long weekend. But we have a few movies to talk about, but I put on Instagram and Facebook, I wanted to talk a little bit more about my friend Justin Malone's film Undocumented. An independent documentary that he did about 10 years ago, and it's so relevant now with the illegal immigration issue in our country, and kind of shows all sides. And so check out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Undocumented Film, and just join the dialogue, conversation. You came and you liked it.
I absolutely did. Highly recommend.
Why I wanted to do the screening and help promote Justin's film is because I want to possibly help him make another movie, produce something. So we have some ideas.
Yeah, sounds good.
So that'll be fun. We had him on the show last week just talking about film. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. It's nice when you have three
people to blab with.
bounce stuff off. Yeah, exactly.
And he's just a great filmmaker. And he the three of us have a lot in common as far as our film tastes.
Yes, definitely.
We just like the great ones.
Exactly.
The great films.
It's always nice, to have an extra person thrown in to chew the fat.
When you ask a real film lover like him and you and me, we're all like, what's your favorite film? And everybody always throws out there Shawshank Redemption, Casino, Goodfellas, Godfather. It's so funny. Braveheart, yeah. He threw out some kind of ones that I wasn't as familiar with. What was it he threw out? It was kind of obscure.
I'm trying to remember, too.
I don't know.
He definitely said Cool Hand Luke. That's a great one.
Oh, yes, which kind of surprised me. I do love that movie, though. But movies lately just haven't been, there aren't many that great ones.
No, it's that time where it's almost like The Meg was the ceremonial end of the summer movies,
I know, we talked about that, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did. We didn't love it.
No, and last week, I didn't see anything because I didn't see Mission Impossible again just because I'm like, there's nothing new out there.
Did you
I
go
don't want
see
to
it
see
again?
that much. Yeah, I saw it again.
I think I'd like to see it again.
It's definitely worth a
action.
second go. Yeah.
And it's so confusing that it might help me understand the storyline a little better.
It is lengthy. I mean, that's one thing. It's a bit of a commitment in a 2.5-hour action thriller.
Very. Well, and Kevin and I talked about this too. For right now, we're going to go to shows every other week because the summer, there just aren't many movies, and I'm traveling a bunch. I'm going to Nantucket next week for the first time, actually. So instead of having a weekly show, we're going to go every other week. So we'll see y'all the Friday after.
That way, during the lulls, we don't have to force, movies that aren't that great.
Yeah,
it was nice.
When did you live there as a kid?
I was like, I think we moved there when I was 11, moved back when I was 13, something like that.
Right. Well, the thing about getting to Nantucket, you have to take several planes and like a ferry.
That's right.
Easy.
It's much harder to get to than the areas I was.
I'm just going with girls. My husband would not like a full day of traveling like that, but I'm excited. Okay, first movie. There is all this hype about Crazy Rich Asians. And you probably don't have any desire to see that film, do you?
I mean, honestly, I didn't really know anything about it, so I wouldn't have had any interest. But what got my attention was when I went on Rotten Tomatoes and saw this movie opening this week. It was listed as one of their featured movies. It had a 93% rating. I'm like, all right, maybe.
So what is? I think Elise would want to see it. Didn't she read the book? Every girl has read the book.
Probably, yeah.
Well, the book is of course so much better, as always, how it works out in films and books, but. Basically about a girl meets a very wealthy Asian guy from Singapore, and she doesn't know he's wealthy. Goes back to the best friend's wedding and has to deal with all the socialites and the difficult mom. I mean, that's, kind of a Cinderella story. Mm-hmm. But John M. Chu directed it. He did Now You See Me, which, that about magic.
Jesse Eisenberg. And,
yes. So, and he also did some of the Step Up films. But, I just wasn't crazy about it. I don't get what all the hype is about.
Really?
I mean, it just didn't, I didn't love it.
Do you want to roll a clip?
Yes, we'll roll a clip.
I met a girl, fell in love, and I want to marry her.
It's not that simple. You're Nicholas Young.
You know I'm back, like I never
Mum,
left.
this is Rachel Chu.
He hates me. The Youngs are like royalty. They're crazy rich.
Oh my god, your gap look. Brilliant.
You will never be I bet if you told her you'd leave Nick for like $1 million, she would write that check. Like a $10 million check. I feel like she would do that.
Crazy Rich Asians. Rated PG-13. Only in theaters August 15th.
That one actress in it with the blonde hair, the blonde Asian, she was in Ocean's 11 with Sandra Bullock. She played the skateboarding girl.
Oh, yeah, all right.
And she's funny and good. I'm pretty sure she was in Ocean's 11. But I don't know. I didn't love it. I mean, I'm not going to give it half popped. I'd give it mildly popcorn worthy. I just don't think it lives up to all the hype.
I mean, there are good laughs.
No laughs. I mean, it's just, it made me want to go to Singapore.
Yeah.
It was pretty.
It's a good brochure.
Yes. But where's our rating system? We'll give it mildly popcorn worthy. But then I've had some friends who just love it. But basically.
Yeah, I thought it was one of those like quirky rom-com, like
Yes.
My Big Fat Greek Wedding type, sleeper hit type things.
Right.
But I didn't really like My Big Fat Greek Wedding either. So.
Yeah, I liked the first. It was okay. Okay, I wanted to say this, and he's not watching it, so sad because he's gone, but my friend, Henry Lewis, a friend of mine, passed away past week, and every Thursday, I want to dedicate this show to him because he would get on Facebook and he'd go to the Look Cinemas out north and watch a movie by himself, like I like to do, and then he'd get on Facebook and give us a little review of it, and he and I would always banter back and forth every Thursday night, and he's gone.
Oh, that's sorry to hear that.
I know. He had never married, and he was a high school friend of mine, and he just went on a trip to Wyoming by himself and he died in his sleep. They think a heart attack. Isn't that sad?
That's crazy. That's
I
a young
know.
guy.
Yeah, but he was a big Facebook guy, so everybody felt like they were Henry's best friend because he chatted with.
Yeah.
He was a single guy, so he had a lot of time. I think he was an attorney. But he would respond to everything, and he just was interested in sports and movies. We're all going to miss Henry.
That is a bummer. It's sad to see him go.
So if any of my friends out there from Highland Park High School remember Henry Lewis, this is in honor of him, just talking movies. Okay, what else we're going to talk about? Okay, you didn't see Searching.
No, I did not.
And I saw it last night. It's 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. Anesh, I can't even say his last name, an Asian guy, directed it. And this may be like his first film because I couldn't find any of his past stuff.
I'm not sure.
But it's
I didn't know it had that high of a rating on Rotten Tomatoes either.
Yes. Suspense. Well, hey, let's show a clip first.
Sure.
Last weekend, audiences got a sneak peek at Searching.
Where were you the night my daughter went missing?
Oh my God.
Something doesn't add up.
You don't think she's involved with anything serious?
And critics are raving.
She gets a fake ID, she sends money to herself.
The hell was she doing with all that money?
Don't miss the twist that will blow your mind.
I didn't know my daughter.
Searching. Everywhere Friday.
Doesn't that look great?
Looks really intense.
Yeah. John Chow plays the father. He's been in a lot of Star Trek movies.
Oh, yeah, exactly. He plays Akara Sulu in the Star Trek movies, and then some of my personal favorites, just to show my level of maturity, the Harold and Kumar films. I love those.
Yes.
He was in all of those.
He was in all. Yeah, he has a lot of identity theft. He's been in a lot of stuff. And Deborah Messing plays the lead detective. But it also is a totally Asian cast, like Crazy Rich Asians. I think that's good to have their faces shown.
Sure.
That's always neat to, but basically this daughter, Margot, doesn't come home one night. Her mother had passed away, and he teams up with Deborah Messing and looks at her digital footprint to find where she's been and where she's gone and figure it all out. But what's so fascinating about this film that I think I have not seen it done before, everything, Kevin, is done from like a monitor, the camera, so the director is behind a camera and he films every single thing on a monitor. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's a scene where he's going to his brother's house. He goes over there, he's spying on his brother because he wants to find out something from his brother about the case. And so you see it from the brother's apartment's viewpoints,
from the
cameras.
perspective. Yeah.
And so whenever John Chow's character has his camera open, on his laptop. That's how you're seeing the movie.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
I didn't even know that it had that perspective shift.
It's a
thing in
perspective,
there.
like if you see his car going to this site where the daughter went, where he found where she had gone to this lake. You see him on the map of his car on maps taking him there.
Like a GPS?
Yes, like a GPS view.
Oh, that's
or
awesome.
Or you see, click, and it's just fascinating to watch somebody's digital footprint. Like he can follow his daughter through Tumblr, through Instagram, through Twitter, to find out clues.
Does everything else match up to the innovation of the camera work and that,
Yeah, I mean, it's good.
that kind of flow?
But since it's that reason, it doesn't have a beautiful look to it. It has such a kind of a sterile feel to the film because you're looking at it through a laptop.
Right.
Everything's on a laptop. So it doesn't have but it's just
It's really hard to
fascinating.
imagine almost.
No, you'll have to see it. It's so clever that I was just like, I love it when I'm ever surprised by something.
Yeah.
Nothing ever surprises me. And it has, on top of all that, it's got a twist about the mystery of where the daughter is at the end that you don't see coming at all.
So it's almost like when it comes to like new ideas and things. Did you ever see Hardcore Henry?
Yes.
It was all like that first person perspective, which I thought was really cool. But this seems like, one of those edgy, innovative filmmaking concepts, except much more deep and, with a good story
Right.
and good characters and, legitimate thrills.
Well, like Steve Soderbergh, remember he did that one all on his iPhone, and I didn't like it so much.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that one came out not that long
That
ago.
was clever. This is that kind of deal, but way better.
But way better.
And a great cast and a great story and a little twist at the end that you're like, woo.
Cool.
No, I was completely amazed and entertained. I give it highly popcorn worthy. Ta-da! I think you've got to go see it.
I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, because I went without my husband. He was like, oh, is that something I'm going to like? I think it is, but I think it's one of those I'll see again. So.
That's awesome. I will definitely watch that one.
And then you and I both saw Mile 22.
Yep.
22% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I think, which is kind of funny that it's
Yeah.
Mile 22 and it has 22.
I know. I thought that was funny. So, well, before we roll a clip, do we have a clip that we want to roll before we talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, we got a clip. Do you want to go and roll it?
Sure. Put her up there.
Hi, Mommy. Are you coming to Mother's Day?
I can't be there. I'm really sorry.
We only have one shot to get him on the plane.
Deliver that package to Mile 22.
You should take him back.
What's that motorcycle doing?
Where are they?
They're on foot. The little girl who misses her mother every day because she is here for you.
Mile 22, rated R.
Well, the clip, I liked it, but so basically, it's hard to explain about it. You want to tell them kind of what it is?
I mean, as far as what you just saw in that trailer is exactly what you can expect, when you see this movie. It's short runtime. It's only 90 minutes. It's tons of, quick cuts, frenetic action. Mark Wahlberg in one of his classic kind of roles. I don't even know what you call it. Some sort of a Secret Service agent.
CIA.
Yeah, one of those.
Operative, deep cover.
Yes, an operative. Yeah, exactly. And they're basically trying to smuggle out someone who has information. It's what it kind of reminded me of is like a more modern, more action-packed, more spy kind of version of the movie 16 Blocks. You ever see that with Bruce Willis and Mos Def?
Yeah, I liked that.
And he's the witness trying to get him, basically to the courthouse before everyone is, who's trying to kill them.
Oh, I totally forgot about that film. Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of similar to that. And so they're trying to, protect this witness who has this information, and people are bombarding them, trying to kill them, and almost a little also like The Gauntlet with Clint Eastwood.
Right.
Except not as good as those other two movies.
Right.
I don't think. I mean, it's short. It's really never boring, but it's not ever as thrilling as it could be, I think.
Right. Well, Peter Berg directed it, who did Lone Survivor with Mark Wahlberg that everybody loved.
Which is pretty good. Yeah, I like that movie.
But
I like that Deepwater Horizon too.
Yeah, I did too. I think that I loved Mark Wahlberg in it. The girl who starred in it, you said she was in The Walking Dead.
Maggie Green from The Walking Dead is where I know her from most, but
not a great actress.
No.
Ronda Rousey, please go
Horrible.
away. Why do they keep putting her in films? What they put her in Entourage, and like ruined Entourage.
Oh my God! Every scene with her in it was
kind of like that Coppola girl ruined The Third Godfather.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
You're just
Sophia
like,
Coppola.
why? Take her. She can't act. She can wrestle. Leave her there. I thought John Malkovich.
I was about to say, I forgot John Malkovich. Yeah.
I mean, he's in it, and I just like to stare at him. He's just cool looking.
He is cool.
You can't look away. You know,
and he's pretty good. Been in these recent kind of action-oriented movies like Red and Red 2, and I think he's really good.
Well, I don't agree with 22%. I honestly, you're not going to believe this. I like it better in some ways than Mission Impossible.
Really? Okay, that I find surprising.
I liked the story. Mission Impossible confused me. I like Mission Impossible.
Me too.
It's Tom Cruise's face. And I liked all the action. I thought it was. I mean, it's over the top. This one you could tell it just didn't have as big a budget, obviously. I like the story though.
It's pretty. Yeah, it's. I mean, I wouldn't say it's that overly intricate, but it's not like Mission Impossible. But
no, but I like the storyline a little bit better. But one thing my husband knows, I get real bugged by things, and Mark Wahlberg wanted to be reminded of someone had taught him this as a child to pop a rubber band on his wrist.
Yeah.
That got on my nerves so bad. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly.
Literally, it made me want to crawl out of my skin. My husband's like, we got in the car and he goes, "Was that rubber band pop?" And I go, "How did you know?" He knew that that's something that would bug me.
Yep.
So if you see that, you'll know what bug would be.
But it's pretty. Would you say pretty breakneck action?
Total breakneck action thriller. My dad would love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
And Mark Wahlberg is always good in those kind of roles.
What would you give it? You rate this one.
I'm going to agree with you that it does not deserve a 22%. I mean,
it's popcorn worthy, mildly.
It's not. I mean, not to the level of Mission Impossible, I don't think. But you're right. Mission Impossible is more confined from home when it goes to digital. But it's worth seeing. Sure.
It's not feeling the love, and I say go.
All
Kevin
right.
and I say we both.
I agree. It's definitely popcorn worthy.
Yes, we liked it. Okay, this is one thing I wanted to add. Oh, real quickly, I want to tell you all about a film I saw because I see all the art house films at Angelica or Magnolia. The Rogue One, Star Wars, he did the Ants movies, he and his brother, but he's a great director. What else has he done? The Mountain Between Us with Idris Elba that was just out.
Oh, that's right, yeah. And was it Kate Winslet also in there?
Yeah. Well, okay, this film, Operation Finale, Oscar Isaac is in it, who's also in Star Wars.
Poe Dameron from Star Wars. Yeah.
Right. Ben Kingsley plays Adolf Eichmann. So this is a true story, which I'd heard, but I hadn't seen it put this way. There's these Israeli intelligence group that after 15 years after World War II, they'd gotten the Nazi hunters have gotten most of the Nazis, but Adolf Eichmann is over in Buenos Aires, Argentina, where a lot of them fled to, a lot of the Nazis, and they go in, Oscar Isaac's character, another CIA underground operative group, and takes him out of the country to stand trial in Israel. And that story of how that all goes down, and it's fascinating.
And people are trying to stop them, so it's
it's
almost kind of similar to
yes.
the.
I mean, it doesn't have a lot of action in it, but it is really, really good. It got only 58% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I don't agree at all.
I'm actually shocked at that because I know you can never really judge a movie fully from its trailer, but I thought it looked really good. And Oscar Isaac is a great actor.
Great. He's so fantastic in it. It felt like they didn't have a big budget. That's maybe the problem. I feel like it was a little cheesy backgrounds, that word. I can't think of another word to say. Just the quality wasn't there.
You think maybe that's one of those movies where, because of the Star Wars popularity and he's been in so many good movies, that the demand for Oscar Isaac is so high that they blew most of their budget on getting such a big star that's so hot right now.
Ben Kingsley, who was Gandhi.
That's true. I mean, Ben Kingsley's ended up in a lot of like C-list and D-list stuff. But,
I know, because he was
crazy.
In Schindler's List. I mean, he's so good.
He's been in a lot of movies I love.
Nick Kroll's in this also, so you'll remember
Lucky
him.
Number 11. Ben Kingsley's. He's been in a lot of movies that I like.
He's fantastic. So that's a good one. Okay, this is what I wanted to ask you about. Right now at North Park, I looked what's playing. It says 10th anniversary, the Marvel movies. They've got Captain America, Iron Man, Avengers, and Thor. What does that mean? Are they replaying them?
It basically means, because, now that they have this whole Marvel universe and all these different superheroes and whatnot, it all started with the first Iron Man that came out 10 years ago right now. So it's like the 10-year, start of the Marvel universe. And so they're going to show all of the, all the different characters that came together to form Avengers, which is, Hulk. Thor,
so would it make you want to go into the theater and go see those again?
No way. Not at a marathon setting. I mean, especially not. No. But they're all long, and I do enjoy them, but I don't think I'm that devoted for.
Well, I was going to ask you about that because I just saw that on on Fandango, and I was like, interesting. And they're in the IMAX theater, so that might be fun.
Is it like you go, they show one each day or something, or is it like you have to go and they show them all back to back?
No,
to
they're
back?
all shown at different times.
Oh, okay. See, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But there are some that are not as good. But
right. So I just wondered if you knew about that. I thought if you Avenger type Marvel people out there. Isn't it Marvel? Yeah.
Yes, and that'll be cool. I mean, I'd love to see the Iron Man re-release. I mean, I'll skip like the first Captain America and Thor probably, but
Right. I might even go see Iron Man. Also, another film that I have no desire to go see is The Happy Time Murders with about the puppets. And
could not agree with you more.
I'm just not going to go.
Yeah, no desire.
My friends in Dallas, Jonathan Brownlee and Sin State, the company that did Puppet Master, they said there was a write-up, I think, in the Wall Street Journal that if you're going to go see a puppet movie, go see the far superior Puppet Master. So they were loving that for publicity for their movie because they're like, this thing, Happy Time Murders, is just filthy and stupid and.
I thought it had it was somewhat, maybe even intriguing premise. I still wouldn't have gone to see it. But then when I saw the score on Rotten, which I think is in like the teens, I'm like, man, there's no way.
Melissa McCarthy usually never messes up, but we're not even going to go see that, y'all.
No thanks.
So that is it. We will. You have anything else to say about movies?
Nope. That's all I got.
Yeah, we fit in a lot there. We squeezed it in. But y'all enjoy the long weekend, and we will see you back the Friday afternoon.